Hello and welcome back to the parallel playthrough of Dion's Wasteland or post-apocalyptics mod for Dwarf Fortress. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where the hell's my map gone? And we had to restart the map because of a few bugs in the mod, which Dion's fixed, and we thought everything would have been fine, but it seems we were a little bit too eager to get things started. But Dion said he's fixed a few problems that were there, so we decided we'd restart now before we got too involved. So I'll be leaving the first video up as kind of a... I know it's there. I'm gonna keep it up now. There's quite a few comments and things and that kind of stuff on there, and I'm gonna leave it up for the dwarf list. For anyone who's new to my channel, if you want a dwarf, leave a comment on the first video of the playlist that we're on now, and you'll be added to the dwarf list. So what's going to happen is I'm going to look around here, show you what we found on the map. As you can see now, scrap trees are here, and that's what that looks like. Kind of like a mechanism on top of a piece of scrap metal, sheet metal, something. And down in the walls, you see here, scrap is now a ore. Or a gem, depending on which way you want to look at it. And I'm not exactly sure how that works. Exeterius did try to explain it to me, but honestly it went over my head quite a bit. But I've decided where I'm going to settle, and I'm going to come all the way over here. And we've tried to keep the embark as much like the last one as we could, but obviously we couldn't get it exactly the same. So this is where I'm going to embark. This is going to be my courtyard. I'm going to take out all the ramps and have a bridge, and a lock and door and such. That'll probably be around here somewhere. And then on the next level up, I'll have a wall that comes out and goes around here eventually. And that's my basic plan for how the fort's going to end up. I haven't really gotten into too much detail with that yet. So we're going to get started here before I start to ramble a little bit too much. Oh, and we have a breeding pair, a male and female single-headed cow, which is probably the rarer kind of cow in the wasteland, to be honest. And you can see there's plenty of pools of water, but there isn't a river on this map. And I'm going to dig in from here, and just to there will do, and then I'll add some downward stairways, down a flight, and then I want up down stairways. And this is something I forgot to show you last time. You can give orders across multiple Z levels now. You see it's across all 10 Z levels, and that's quite nice. So we're going to unpause that and let that get to work. And I'm going to order the deconstruction of our wagon. There we go. So we're going to let that happen. And that's it's an ore scrap metal. It needs smelting down. So it's not like the trees. Right, that's good. So I know there is plenty of ore here, but scrap metal isn't like the other ores, because it will give you what it feels like giving you. There's no guarantee of what metal it's actually going to be from. What's this red stuff? It's a rock, I know that. Petrified wood, nice. Oh, is that ore? Magnetite. I wonder what that smelts into. So we'll probably mine that out. But for now, I think what I want is a 3-wide corridor just going to here. And I'm going to want one huge stockpile for now that I'm going to put everything in while I organise my fortress. Because last time things took a little bit longer than I wanted to, and all we actually managed to do was move the food inside. So we're going to wait while all this gets dug out, and we'll probably clear out as much of this scrap as we can get at without flooding the area, because even though the scrap is around the water, there's plenty of scrap metal around here. And I have that magnetite once I figure out what that turns into. Is there a way I can view or something? So I know there's no units for it. Oh well, sorry, I forgot to sign out of Skype there. Right, magnetites. Right, but how do I... It's the ore of iron. Oh, that's bloody lovely. Screw the scrap metal, we're going to be smelting down that iron. That's lovely. That's probably the best metal I've ever found on Dwarf Fortress, believe it or not. I'm still quite new to the game compared to a lot of people. I know people who've been playing since, well, I don't know them personally, but I know of people who've been playing this game since like the first few releases. I'm a little bit late to the game on this, it seems. I certainly know people who've been playing it for at least 2 years, because they were playing the 2010 version. And Zane's become a woodcutter. Zane, you are our woodcutter slash carpenter. So that means I'm going to have you build the section and wall down here and the bridge and stuff. I want to get that done by the end of the video. I want to get like the basics of my fort set up. And I am so happy that we found iron straight away. For anyone who's wondering about this, all the links in the intro video, they are still relevant. We've replaced the, well, Exeterius has replaced the upload file. He's been doing a lot of behind the scenes work for this. So I think we owe him a thank you, and I forgot in the last episode to say thank you to Dion for making this mod. It's a really awesome mod, and he did a really good job of that. Now what's going to happen now is I'm going to pause the recording and sign out of Skype. I'll be back in a little moment. Okay, we're back, sorry about that. So while all this remedial work's going on, I'll go over a few of the changes that we did make to the embark zone. And there's only one or two really, which is we still have shallow and deep metals here, so that's pretty much the same. But we have a breeding pair of cows now, so I'll be getting them pastured. Actually, I'll do that right now while I remember. So we'll for I for zones, and they can have this whole area back here. In fact, that might not really be enough for cows. We'll give them this area out here, just in front of the wall. I'm assuming cows are going to eat a lot, so that should do. And we brought... Why is that doing that? There we go. We brought a Mr. Handy, which has a circular saw and a blowtorch on it. So I mean, hopefully that's going to do us good. This mining's taking a little bit longer than I'd like. What are we mining in here? Gabbro. I'm not sure how hard that is to mine in, as I know different things are harder to mine through. Like this mud up here, that's really easy stuff to go through for mining. And looks like the miners have tootled off for their break for now. I think what I'll do is I'll keep this little area here with its ramps, tunnel out a 3x3 section and just have a bridge here, and that way all I have to tunnel off is this bit here and then have a bridge here, and I don't really have to wall it off at all that way if I take out all the rest of the ramps, because when the bridge comes up it'll become my wall. See, I'm a genius. People just don't notice it very often. Now then, there's a few other jobs that need doing, but for now we can't do much until we get the stockpiles and the workshops up and running. And Zane can't really build his bridge until the miners have done what they're doing, so you know, we're just waiting on the miners now to finish this thing and then remove all the ramps upstairs. I'll assign them that afterwards. I don't want them flipping between jobs and taking ages to do both, when they can have at least one of them done straight away. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can make out of this iron. I know firearms are in this game. Screw, I think we will designate the ramps to be removed. From here along to here and up to here. There we go. And that leave. Oh. Apparently I can't remove those ramps, okay. Oh, that one, why can't I remove that? Okay, well I'll just dig through so there's no ramps there. Or I could just put another bridge and have one on either side. Oh, that's a bad idea. Let's get rid of all these extra designations. You know, I'll pause this while I do this little finicky stuff, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, I've sorted out that little ramp problem there. And it looks like my miners have decided to build the ramps first, so I'm also going to order that bit to be mined out so we can build the bridge there and a chunk there to be mined out. Apparently you can't get rid of stuff that's right on the edge of the screen, so we might as well cancel mining that out, and we're just going to have a second bridge over here. It's not a problem. And this section here, that'll give me enough room for a 3x3 bridge there, so we're going to let that happen. And I'm hoping these bulls, this bull and cow, get to breeding, because that's going to be quite useful as a food source, and probably as a more than one type of food source, because I might get a milker and experiment with that a little bit, see if I can make some cheese, because I know that is quite expensive. And variety is quite good for the happiness. Because if you look right now, everyone turns up yellow. See, the miners are happy and Zane's happy because they're doing work, but the other guys are all getting a bit annoyed that they don't have anything to do. Which is why I need that stockpile up and running, because even hauling jobs will make them happier if they're doing something and being useful to the fortress. Or the vault, sorry. Bark scorpion, well that doesn't sound good. Let's go to the unit list here. Others, we have 3 bark scorpions. Let's view it. A dangerous insect with a yellow shell, sharp pincers and a poisonous barbed tail. It's gigantic and fat. Well, we might be eating you then. Let's see, where are these guys? I really don't see them. Ah, there they are. And my people in my caravan are over there. Well, that's really not good. So it looks like this side's going to be our main bridge because it has the room. And I might just wall that side off there completely if it'll let me. Let's see, can I do that? Too close to the edge. Oh, does that mean I can't build bridges there? So yeah, it is going to have to be inside this courtyard crossways. Well, that's not a problem. That was the original intended plan anyway. How are you doing down here? Not too badly. Well, there's not much happening right now, so I'll pause it until they're done with this room. Okay, not much has happened. It's been literally like 2 minutes. I've put down a stockpile for the wood, just to give the other vault dwellers, something to do. And some feral dogs showed up, so what's going to happen is I'm going to quickly create a squad. I've dealt with these feral dogs before, and they aren't exactly a threat, but they are an annoyance and they can kill our iguanas. So I'm gonna let this play out a little bit and see what the dogs do. Yeah, it looks like they are up here, so we're gonna have squad A kill from list. I'm just going to attack randomly one of the feral dogs. In fact, that's probably a bad idea. We'll have squad A move to this location here, and now that they're a military, oh no, what the, let's see what just happened here. So this is Voodoo, and it looks like Voodoo's getting mauled right now. Yeah, so let's pause this. And is that Voodoo there? Well, that's King W. Bush. So let's find King W. Bush here. See, this didn't happen last time. The feral dogs didn't actually approach us. So the feral dogs attack. King W. Bush just starts unloading on this thing. And I'm not going to bother reading all this because there's like 5 pages of it. And King W. Bush is just wailing on this dog now. Pummeling the poor thing into the ground. Punches and kicks and grapples and that kind of stuff. And here he kicks the feral dog in the head, and guess what? He jammed its skull through its brain. Let's see how Mr. Firm Wolf's doing here. Yeah, it looks like Firm Wolf, you're doing okay but not great. So we're going to see, but Voodoo here, he's in quite a lot of trouble. So I'm going to go onto my unit list. I'm going to find Voodoo. Unreachable location? What the hell's that about? Voodoo's here, and it looks like he's alive, but it's these 2 feral dogs that Mr. Firm Wolf's right next to. So we're going to have Squad A. Yeah, Squad A kill, and is there any R for a rectangle. And we're going to have Squad A come down and see if we can kill those 2 dogs there. So we're going to let this play out a little bit longer. See how things work out. Let's see. Wyatt is fighting now. And Wyatt has a copper drill. He's a miner, so walks straight up to a feral dog and takes off one of its feet. Just starts drilling into this dog, opening arteries and punching the crap out of it as well. Oh, and he just jammed his copper drill through the dog's eye, and then cuts off another foot. Spills its guts across the floor. Takes off another foot, and Wyatt stands up. So Wyatt was actually on the floor there. Let's see. Oh, Voodoo's in some trouble right now. Like some really big trouble. I really need Squad A to get over here and help Voodoo out. Cause I mean he's getting pummeled on right now. And I think we just lost Voodoo here. Yep, it jumped on your throat and it's just ripped out your throat and you've bled to death. So there's our first death already. Let's see how this Mr. Handy went. Yeah, it looks like stuff just glanced away from Mr. Handy with him being made of metal. So this Mr. Handy's just torn apart those 2 dogs. Bends the feral dog's right foot and oh, shatters the dog's bones, and he just takes the thing apart. Saws the feral dog in the head, shattering the skull and bruising the brain. So yeah, we've lost Voodoo, and I'm not sure what Voodoo did. And we have several injuries. So we're going to cancel Squad A's orders. And that really did not go well. I'm not sure what it was Voodoo did. So what I'm going to quickly do is bring up Dwarf Therapist here, and we'll have a goodbye look at Voodoo here. Oh, Voodoo was our mason. So that means he was our mechanic as well. And that's really not good. We're going to throw architecture on everybody now. I'm going to read the dwarves. And yeah, people are quite unhappy about what happened just now. Understandably, they just lost a friend. So I'm not really sure if that was my fault for not reacting quickly enough, or if that was just an unavoidable death. But that's probably... it went better than it could have, because I have lost entire forts off the get-go from random packs of feral dogs and alligators and that kind of stuff. And I wish my miners would pick a job and stick to it, but then I did assign them 2 jobs. Yes, Voodoo's been missing for a week, we know that. We already know he's dead. I can kind of see his corpse. Or I did see his corpse anyway. Okay, so we're going to put a custom stockpile right there. And we're going to go to its custom settings, not animals. We're going to enable food, furniture, not corpses. How do I disable? I don't want corpses or refuse. No point in having stone, ammo, coins, bars, blocks, gems, goods, leather, cloth, wood, weapons, armor. There. And we're just going to enable all of that so we can get everything inside. Apparently we still have 4 idlers. I'm not sure why, because I just enabled all of that stuff to come into this stockpile, didn't I? S to change settings? Ah, it didn't work. Why did that not work? So, enable ammo, coins, bars, blocks, gems, yep, all this stuff down here. Food as well, and furniture. P, permit types, or enter the toggle. So did that work now? Yes, I think it did. Yes, there we go. So that was a shame that we lost Voodoo so early, and he's just been found dead. And because he was our mason, that means he's just going to be in a standard wooden coffin. So we're going to build the workshop. So I'm just going to have a carpenter's workshop. No, workshop, carpenter. And we're just going to have a carpenter's workshop built out of here from the scrap logs. And we're quickly going to throw him together a coffin and give him a burial. I think he deserves that much at least. But the the vault dwellers are probably going to be busy for a while now, dragging all of this stuff downstairs. But I'm going to take the miners here. That's you. Just give him a random skill and take it back off so we can see where he is. And this is Larry, I hate you. You're a miner. And we're taking off all of that stuff, so you just stick to your mining. I want at least one person permanently mining. And here comes all of our gear. Cloud of dust storm, eh? Where? Oh, that's appeared right next to my fort. That's pretty bad. Let's pause this. Anybody who's not working, they can just sit in this corridor for now. Oh, what did I just do? Make that a meeting zone. So if you're not busy, get yourself down there. Hopefully no one was actually in the path of that storm as it went by. Although it did just hit our cows. Let's have a look at them. How do we... is it V for view? Nope. Careful look maybe. Okay, it's not damaged. Okay, that's okay. What about you, King W. Bush? Kills. Apparently you have 2 feral dogs killed already. So out of that small pack there was less dogs than there was people, and King W. Bush, he got 2 of the kills. But I think he had a copper hacksaw. A few people were fighting unarmed like Voodoo was. I'm seeing fish or frogs or something in this water, so we'll get a fisherman set up soon. And another cloud of dust is here. There's poor Voodoo's body lying in the mud and the blood. And you were wearing jeans, a jumpsuit, a few other bits and pieces. And description. Your rotten corpse, you're now starting to rot because we aren't quick enough. Build. Oh, coffin. Cancel. Where's coffin? Plus goes up and down lists now. I'm not sure if I like that. Wooden casket for Voodoo. And that's a bit of a disappointing start after we got such good results in our first shaft there. To have Voodoo just be taken like that. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to pause this, go down, and I'm going to designate out some actual rooms. And this floor will do. So I'm going to pause the video while I get on with this, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, and so we've got that done. And these are just going to be general workshop-y type areas. This is going to be some kind of part-time meeting hall with a couple of tables and beds in. And then later on it's going to become our metal area. But for now that's just going to be a temporary area for the vault dwellers to sleep and eat. We have other cows passing through the area, it looks like, as well as a new dust storm. People are still moving goods up from the caravan down into the mega stockpile down here, which is one level below that new craft area. The Mr. Handy and the iguanas are sat downstairs. Mr. Handy for some reason looks a bit like a frog to me the first time I seen it, but when you look at it knowing what it is, you can tell it's Mr. Handy. That's more petrified wood and stuff there. Another dust storm. Looks like they're going to be quite frequent in this area, but at least it's not radioactive and stripping all the trees and such. But now I'm going to designate out the wall and the bridge, and they can start from here. And this might take a while. See, I don't like that. Up the plus key just goes straight down a page now. You have to press the minus key and go all the way up the list if you want something that's just 2 sections below the list, like one thing below where you are. I think I'll shrink that by 1 more. Just make absolutely sure we can make a bridge there for big enough for caravans and stuff to get through. I see what I mean. And I want that to raise that way. There we go. So that should keep the carpenter busy for a while. Has he made Voodoo's coffin yet? No. He's still busy hauling things around. So we've given out all of our orders. Why did he cancel that? And why is it saving automatically? Interrupted by Mudman. Well, let's unpause this. Squad A, move here. Now I want to have a look at these mudmen. Oh, someone killed the mudman already? I want to have a look at this. Yeah. Fergus punches the mudman in the right leg from the side, bruising the muscle, punches the mudman in the lower right back teeth from the side with his right hand, and severed parts seals off in the ox. So he just knocked out half his teeth, grabs him by the upper front teeth with his right upper leg. I don't know how you manage that. But apparently it just dies after that, so who else was fighting? Let's just have a look at the mudman here. Oh wow, there's 6 pages of this stuff. Let's have a look at this fight. Mudman scratches Wyatt, and this is just the mudman pummeling on poor Wyatt here. Who's that? Yep, the mudman actually stunned itself, and he's still pummeling on Wyatt. And then Zane turns up. So far, it's just bruises that you've had so far, Wyatt, nothing serious. And slashes the mudman in the left lower arm with his couple of things, tearing the fat. So, what's this flu? Anyway, King W. Bush arrives. Zane slashes him again, opening arteries, blood or mud pouring everywhere now. Takes off the mudman's hand. Then the mudman bites Wyatt in the foot, bruising more muscle. And Zane's still hacking away at this mudman here, tearing up parts and severing nerves. King W. Bush just missing for some reason. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. And Zane still just going nuts with his copper hacksaw. Slashes the upper mudman in the right hand. And then Furry Goose arrives on the scene, punches the mudman in the right upper leg. Punches the mudman in the lower right back teeth, taking them off. Zane again with his copper hacksaw. Lodges it in the wound. Twists it around. That's got to be painful. Furry Goose grabs him by the upper teeth. Zane slashes the mudman in the right hand, tearing it off. Lodging it in the wound again. The Wyatt breaks the grip. Okay. So Wyatt broke the guy's grip. Zane twisting that copper hacksaw around in the mudman's hand. Then he kicks the mudman. King W. Bush grabs the mudman by the left ear with his left lower arm. And Zane slashes the mudman in the left lower leg. A ligament has been torn. And it looks like that's it. It looks like he just bled out. So we'll cancel the station there. So at least that one wasn't too bad of a confrontation. People got there in time to save Waipai, or Wyatt, and almost Waipai. So at least he fared better than Voodoo, but it looks like we've picked quite a dangerous place to live. And people are just running backwards and forwards right now, and it looks like we're finally getting to work on Voodoo's coffin. Dust storm again. Yeah, that's where the mudman appeared. And Voodoo's coffin's done, so I think for now we'll just needs coffin, didn't we just build? Burial receptacle. Needs coffin. Okay, didn't we just build a... We built a wooden casket. That is a coffin. I'm pretty sure. Okay, apparently we need a stone coffin. Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have built one. Fairy Goose is throwing a tantrum. I think I might join him. But we started on the walls. Things are getting done. That seems like a good a place as any to end off this video. As always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.